beginning to get comfortable with your face in the water and blowing, well, we didn't have to blow out. You can blow out if you want. We'll talk about that for a second, but right now, just holding your breath and going down and putting your face under the water just a little bit. So ladies, if you would, just drop in and come back up and get a breath, and then drop back in and stay for a minute or two, or a second or two, and come back up and get a breath. So the purpose of this is not to go down and come back up. The purpose is to get used to getting an inhale when you come up, and either blowing out, which they're both doing, or holding your breath under the water. You can do it either way. And the reason you do it is, I always say, if you're up on land, you never go, you don't do that, and just go walking and who does that? So in the water, you don't want to do that either, right? In the water, you want to have this nice cycle of comfortable breathing, just like you do if you're up on land. And so if you're not going to get there. So we're working on, and in the water, it's harder to blow out than it is with your air up here, so it takes a little longer. So usually you do a quick inhale and then a longer exhale. And that's what you saw them doing right here, right? That's the way that plays. And you want to take your time, be comfortable going up and down. We're doing it, these are pros at it, right? They've got it. But you want to take your time going up and down. Sometimes you'll find that you can stay under the water for 3 seconds, come back up and get your breath, go back under the water 3 seconds, come back up and get your breath. And you want to do that for 30 seconds. And at the end of the time, when you come back up, you want to be breathing fine and normal. If you're coming back up along the way going, you stayed underwater too long. Or if you come back up and you're exhausted, like you're hyperventilating, you did it too fast. And you just play with it until you get some comfort with being up and down in the water, breathing, always breathing up in the air, right? Never under the water. And then always exhaling or holding your breath underneath. That's fine. Eventually you want to get to where you're blowing water out, but that's a challenge, and sometimes that takes a little longer. So at this early stage, you're just working on getting comfortable with the water. You know how to walk in the water. We talked about that. We talked about how to get your face in the water. And now we're going to take something that builds on both of those and starts to be fun. And this is a place where we begin to see a difference between sinkers and floaters as well. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a torpedo. I'm going to give one to both ladies. In fact, I will now. They're going to just drop them straight to the bottom of the pool, and then they're going to try to pick them up. Now, Patty knows the tricks for a floater to get to the bottom of the pool, but I'm asking her to behave just like a new floater, and we're just going to let Bree act like she is. And so we're going to see them. And so what they're going to do first, ladies, if you will, reach over and just try to pick it up, like bending, and then try to do the same thing, dropping in to pick it up from there. And then we'll note those differences and we'll build off that. Sound all right? Okay, so this will be fun. I'll get out of the way so that you can watch them. This is one of my favorite things to do with class. It's usually a hoot to watch. So after you, ladies. Now Bree's showing off here. How's Bree showing off? These people don't know how to use their hands yet.
Oh my God.
So just drop in, pick up just like you would. Yep, same way. Same way. Yeah, what you can sit or lean forward and sink however you play. See if you can pick that thing up off the bottom. Okay. You got it. Way to go. Congratulations. What happened? You floated.
To the bottom, I floated. Oh, man.
So this is one of my favorite places, and we'll do this again a time or two, just so you can see. But most of the time when floaters come into the pool, they think the easiest thing to do is to get to the bottom. In fact, they think they're going to get to the bottom, and they're going to stay at the bottom, and they're going to be dead before the first 30 seconds of class are over. That's what they think. And I don't mean to pick on those floaters, but what they find is that they float when they come up. It's just amazing. Sinkers think that's the easiest place to get to, and they're right, because for them it is the easiest place to get to. Now, I'm going to tell you that there is this huge range of floaters and sinkers. So Patty is a good floater, but she's not the best floater that we have coming through our place at all. Bree's a good sinker, but she's not the best sinker we've got. We've got people who drop faster than she drops, okay? Nobody, by the way, drops like a rock. We'll talk about that later. Let it happen. But there are people all along this way, and what we find is that a lot of the floaters who start out really, really high quickly learn how to get down. They do that. Patty can show us that in a minute. We find that a lot of the sinkers who start out just sinking find as time goes on that they get more and more comfortable in the water. So they tend to breathe better. And when they breathe better, guess what? They come up. And after a while, and it is so fun to watch people who come through who say, oh, I'm a sinker, I'm a sinker, I'm a sinker. And it's really fun to watch them come through and have a day where we're trying to pick up stuff off the bottom and they're like, wait, I can't get up. What happened? What happened? What happened? It's like you're breathing. It's this really cool thing called breathing. And it's really neat to watch as you get more comfortable with that, how that comes up. So I hope that is your experience if you're a sinker. I hope if your experience is like Patty and you're a floater, that you have a grand time, because the safety piece in the water with the floaters is so much easier and so much more comfortable. So wish you luck with both. But ladies, if you would, and Patty, show us how floaters really do this and succeed at this. And show us something unusual that only a sinker could do, a floater could never get away with. Flat on, face on the bottom. How's that?
All right.
All right. Just for breeze. Beautifully done. Thank you so very, very much. Good. So we pick up things off the bottom. Now, they did this really fast. They were really successful. They were really quick at it because they're used to it. But Patty started out spending, we spent the first week 30 minutes at one time and then came back in later, and she's struggling and struggling to ever get to the bottom, which she's got now, right? Bree's been swimming forever, since she was tiny, so it doesn't count. But other sinkers that we have come through start out picking this stuff off the bottom real quick, and sometimes they're a little worried about, can I get back up? And we just show them, you just stand back up. That's all you have to do. You can drop down and stand up. You don't even have to drop. You can just bend your knees as you sink down, pick it up, and come back up. But begin to play, begin to get comfortable with it. It is so much fun doing this, and the further and further along you get with it, you can try to pick up 4 or 5 things in the same breath just to get a little bit of challenge around you. That gets fun. But we'll build on how to make the rest of this work different. But as you can see, we've already got some difference again that we can see, and we're going to build on that and begin to split the way we teach sinkers. And that's where we're going with the rest of the series. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. It's a YouTube channel. We're here, so there are a few things we need to say.
You should like and subscribe to keep up with us.
Ring the bell so you know when the next video comes out, and share with your friends.
If you've got comments, let us know. We will respond to your comments. We have merch down at the bottom. It's not anything as cool as this, but it's the newest versions of these things. And we have a lot of other social medias like
Facebook
and TikTok
And Instagram.
And we wish you years of comfort in the water.